In this video, we'll talk about something called a static keyword. Now, what exactly static means? For that, let's create a class, and we'll name this class as, let's say, ABC. And in this class, let me create a method called as public void show. So how to define a method? We have to say public void show, which means I have a method show. In this, let me print is out hi. And now to call this, we require a main function, right, or a main method. Now I want to call this show. Now this to call this show, and this show belongs to ABC, we need to instantiate this ABC. Now what do you mean by instantiation? It simply means creating an object, right? So what we'll do is we'll say ABC obj equal to new ABC, and now I can call obj.show. That means to call this show, you need an object. That means we need to instantiate this ABC in order to call show. Now let's say I don't want to create an object. I don't want to create this object of ABC, and still I want to call this show. That means I don't want to instantiate any class to call a function. That means this method should be a static method. So if you have a method which is static, it belongs to a class. That means your static methods don't need an object. We can directly use a class name. So you can simply say it is as abc.show. And now if I run this, the output is and the output is high, right? That means to create to call a static method, we require a class name. That's it. We don't need an object. Now, what if I have a variable here? Let's say I have a variable int I. Like how to assign a value from here, from this main method? Again, this I is not static. That means all the members, so this variable and this show is a method, right? So all the members, they can be static or they can be non-static. This method show is a static method, but this variable I here is a non-static variable. So in order to call I from here, we need to create an object, because we have a non-static variable here. We need to create the object, and then we can say obj. It's obj.I, and then we can assign a value, and this obj here will be the object of ABC. But let's say I don't want to instantiate any class. I can simply say it's as static int, so that you can use this variable from ABC. So we can say abc.I equal to 5. Simple. Now let's see some features of static methods. Now let me remove this. Now, so let me create a variable again. Let me create a variable I, and the value of I will be 5. I will just try to print the value of I here. If I say I, you can see we are getting an error. It says non-static variable I cannot be referred from a static context, which means we cannot use a non-static variable in a static method. Since show is static, we cannot use a non-static variable. In order to use a non-static variable, we have to in order to use this variable I, we have to create it as static. So we have to convert your variable from non-static to a static variable. And now you can see you can use this I. Simple. So what is static? Static is a keyword used in Java with the member functions or member variable of your class, so that you can call those members without using the object, or we don't need to instantiate any class to call those members. And that is static keyword in Java. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe for the further videos.